What is up, everybody? This is Pedro. I literally have more than 50 million views, 100 appointments set, and a Grammy to my name with my business partner within our business called Erroneous by Design. And today, this video, we're literally going to be talking about the minute that you get success, right? And I feel like this is super important to talk about because this has happened to me. This has happened to Zach individually, right? Like this has happened to us individually. And also within this business that we're currently developing to give all these videos to you, right? It's that literally that feeling, right? That feeling that you get in your bones, in your gut, when you literally get somebody to say yes on a sales call. Literally that feeling that you get when you make $10,000 a month. Literally that feeling when you make more than $10,000 a month, being 20, 30, whatever it is, right? Which is really interesting. And I just want to give you a little bit of precaution as far as what happens in this time, right? Because that's where complacency starts. I'll give you a story. So when I literally started my SMMA, Zach was basically doing his thing and he was just like, basically we were like running mates. I was telling him about my business. He was telling me about his before we started ours together. And I was just basically like, dude, this is awesome. Like I got $4,000, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm out here, making content for people. Cool. I'm out here doing ads and whatever. And then I literally go about my business and I even celebrated. I literally went to Chicago with my girlfriend at the time. We're no longer dating. Shocker. We literally went to Chicago and really had a really good time. However, what I started to realize is that now I'll be able to make more money. So then therefore I wasn't at 10K yet. It's like, dang, I have to keep working. I have to keep doing this, that, and the third. I made my first $4,000 online, but I still got to keep pushing. I keep pushing. 2 or 3 months go down the line. And then eventually I got to 8K, which is awesome. So then literally warm outreach, goated forever. And if you never have done warm outreach, please freaking go do warm outreach. I swear to God, it is literally the best distribution channel on the planet in comparison to everything else. There's literally only 4, but warm outreach is the best in my personal opinion. By the way, if you're getting value out of this video, please hit the like button and subscribe because we put videos out like this every single day. You don't want to miss them. Let's get back in the video. So I was literally in my wake, literally $4,000 in the past. And then all of a sudden, like 2-3 months pass by and I'm making $8,000. I'm like, cool. Now I'm a 6-figure business. Let's flip and go. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I'm doing this. I'm making 6 figures gross, literally for a whole year. And I'm like, all right, cool. But we can do more. And it's like, all right, cool. Now I got to 10. Then 10 went to 12. Then 12 went to 15, then 15 went to 18, then 18 went to 21, right? And that was at the point in which that I started making my business with Zach. But however, certain things started to happen, right? I started to act like I had this sort of bravado in my system. I started to literally tell people like, oh yeah, like I can pay for the dinner, this, that, and whatever, within a dinner of 4 different people in Miami, by the way. So it's like really expensive. But like, yeah, starting to feel myself, like as if I had money, right? And it's not like I didn't, but at the end of the day, I literally came to the feeling of like, I'm not doing enough. Because I came from a feeling beforehand of feeling some sort of success where I got complacent, right? I felt like I didn't have to work as hard anymore, which is a problem. And it happens to everybody, especially when you first start to feel that sense of success. Right? I wasn't making as many sales calls. I wasn't making as much content as I was doing. I wasn't necessarily attending every single appointment that literally me and my clients were setting up, so that way I can give them updates as far as what is going on in their business. I started to slack on the types of content that I used to make for my clients in general. And then guess what happened? Of course, clients left. Clients left because I got comfortable. I got that initial spark of success. And because of that, it took me out. It took out multiple $2,000 contracts out of my business. Even though I was planning to do that anyway because I wanted to get into a business with Zach, right? Which we're doing now. But because of that success, it made me soft. It made me soft. And it makes anybody soft if you let it, right? Because there's so many times that like with the untrained mind, it all goes back to mental, right? With the untrained mind, it can literally kill you. Like, it can literally take you out. It can take you out from your God-given right, your God-given purpose, and what you plan to accomplish in the real world, right? And we're having a come to Jesus moment right now, but you might be in a spot in which that you're making a little bit of money and you're relaxing, which is not okay. Because at the end of the day, you look at yourself in the mirror and you look at yourself and say, am I really doing enough? Like, as I'm recording this video, I literally can pay for everything. Yet, I don't have the cars that I want. I don't have a wife. I don't have the family that I want to develop. I don't have the things that in my life that I would genuinely want to cultivate. And why? Because I got soft. Business is hard. And I get it. You know, you might be feeling like, dude, like just lay off, man. I'm like making like 8K. It's more money than I've ever made in my life. But is that the amount of energy that your future self requires? Is that the amount of willingness to do whatever it takes in order to make your future self happy? And more often than not, the answer is no. So then what do you do about it, right? Here are a few things that you can take into consideration, literally just to get yourself out of that comfort zone, right? Number one, literally optimize for the fact that being in business is willingly saying yes to being uncomfortable. Being a business owner is volatile. Like, there's no other way to go through it. Like, there's always going to be some sort of strife. Things might get easier as you develop delegation and systems of processes and whatever it is that you need to develop in order to make your life easier. But there will always be another problem coming ahead. So before you even get to your first taste of success, or before you even cross over to the next level, which is a lot of the people that we talk to, literally going from 0 to 10K, you need to get your mind right. You need to get right with God. You need to be able to say, I am being a selfish little prick. And I'm not putting the amount of effort that my future life, the one that I want to create for myself, my wife, my children, and my family, is not enough. So that's the first thing. Number two, I would literally take into consideration the people that you follow on a consistent basis. Are they aligned with how they operate their life? How are they aligned to the life that you want to create? And if they're not, they gotta go. they gotta go. They don't serve you. You know what I'm saying? People just like literally going up the wazoo and then just driving and just investing in drugs and alcohol and all this other stuff that is not necessarily aligned with you. They don't serve you, bro. Everybody that serves me, everybody that serves Zach, everybody that we watch, everybody that we consume are people that we generally want to be like, right? I want to be making 7 figures individually for the both of us. I want to be able to buy the car that I want to buy. Shout out to Zach for favorite cars. I want to be able to make my family as comfortable as flippin' possible in their last chapter of their life. But that's because I know myself well enough, and that's what I know I need to do in order to go to the next level. And that's because I follow the people that have already done that time and time again. I can literally tell you them. Patrick Bet-David, Alex Hormozy, Nick Bear, Stephen Bartlett, Dan Martell, Brian Mark. I could tell them to you like the back of my hand, but that's because I searched for them myself. So I suggest for you to search for them as well. And number 3 is look at your environment. Look at the people that are immediately in your circle and cut them out. And I'm not saying like cut out your friends, like cut out people in your life like nobody's business, like you're on some like narcissistic streak. But as a business owner, as an SMMA owner, you need to take into consideration not only the people and the content and the business owners that are making stuff online that you consume that does no longer serves you. But you also have to search for the people in your life, in your tangible life, being right now, you know what I'm saying, that are not helping you get to where you want to go. And if they are not helping you, they gotta go. And I'm not saying kick your family out. I'm not saying kick your dad out. I'm not saying kick your mom out. But sometimes those are the people that are closest to us don't want to see us succeed. So then why are you going to let them barge into whatever your mental is, your willingness to do more, your willingness to go to the next level, dictate where you go? So my recommendation to you, if there's somebody that is not necessarily deserving of your attention, deserving of your time, deserving of your energy, especially if they're not aligned with what you want to accomplish and they're not improving themselves as well, then they got to go. And those three things alone have helped me so much, especially now be super anal about trying to get this business off of the ground to take it to 8-9 figures. And it will, by helping you guys get from 0 to 10. Anyway, I hope that was valuable. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for literally watching this in the first place. I really appreciate it. If you really like the video, make sure to like and subscribe because we put videos out like this every single day and you don't want to miss them. On top of that, if you're an SMMA owner or you want to start an SMMA and you want one-on-one attention, we literally have a course for this, literally set up for you guys in our school group. Otherwise, it's literally in the first description, like literally the first link in the description. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. You guys have a great day. Peace.